So we're back, another video. This is kind of my recap of the purple guitar. I got it sitting here beside me. When I started off the year, my goal was to build one guitar, and I've had this project in mind for a while, so I knew that's what I was going to do. But it became two guitars, and it was a nice challenge. I think it kept me motivated. The reason why I was building the other guitar kept me motivated to stay doing this, because one thing that I realized, the weather affects my ability to do certain things. So I needed to be painting earlier than I was, honestly, and I should have just ordered everything at once. It kind of intimidated me to order everything at once, but I should have. Anyway, I'll go through a rundown of this guitar. So this started the same way as the other one. I went with Alloy Guitars, found them on Instagram, got a basswood body blank. I said it in the other video and I'll say it again. What that means in my case is that it was just an oversized square planed down to the thickness that I needed. So that was the only thing I couldn't do. I don't have the tools available to me right now to have a planer wide enough to fit a body blank. At least I would have to get creative and like cut the shape, then plane it, do something that I don't want to do. But I just bought it because it was cheap. It was like $60 for a body blank, and that's really reasonable. And they do all kinds of stuff. They've got all kinds of stuff. That was just kind of like run-of-the-mill regular body blank, and that's what I needed. I didn't want to do anything crazy tonewood wise yet. I just wanted this one to be simple. So basswood body, I did my forearm contour. This I did them really interesting, I think, because there's two ways you can do them. Well, there's many ways, but either like rounded or just completely flat. These I did completely flat. These are dead flat. And they've got, it's not a sharp angle. I did relieve that corner there, but it's dead flat. And then I did a nice belly carve, which I really like. I nailed it on this one. And the other thing, I did the same input jack location. I really like the way it turned out. I'm really happy with it. Makes everything super comfortable playing sitting down. And tropical glitz again on the paintwork. That's what I did here. Royal purple dark. Really good sparkle out of a can. Super happy with it. This one turned out great. It really did. And it's hard to see because it's dark in here, but I'll post pictures on Instagram if you want to follow me. I think it's just @SlamSound there. So how it started was I've had this neck probably since 2013 or 14. Earlier than that, actually, because it was going to go on the polka dot guitar. I had the guitar. I was looking for a neck for that one for a while. At some point, I can't remember if I got this super cheap or somebody gave it to me. It's a Jackson neck. I can't tell what it came off of, though. 25.5-inch scale length, dot inlays, reverse headstock, Floyd Rose nut. I wasn't sure, but I like it. And it was blue, and it was painted, so I sanded it flat a long time ago and could never get the blue out of it, so I just dyed it black. This is my first time dyeing something, and it came out really well. I like satin necks, really like raw maple, so this is a nice satin black finish. I'm super happy with it. It's super comfortable, really small frets, which took some time getting used to, like super small frets. Like so small I had to take the nut and file it down flat so it would be low enough to set the action on this thing. Crazy, but I love them actually. I had jumbo stainless steel frets on the silver guitar, so it's the exact opposite on this one, but I really like it. And same thing, Godo tuners, strap buttons, Godo. I just trust them. You get the best stuff. But I went with an Alumitone Deathbucker by Lace. These pickups just look so cool. I had to have one. You can't really tell what it sounds like online because you listen to somebody playing, their amp sounds like garbage. So if it sounds like garbage to you, it's just because of, well, one, me playing and my settings. It really sounds good, and it's got a really I don't know how to describe it. Like, it's not bass heavy, but it's got a really nice treble-y tone. It kind of picks up the bass end of like a Stratocaster neck pickup, like a single coil neck pickup. That's what the bass sounds like to me, especially with the scale length and with the 9-gauge strings. It's really cool. And the push-pull, it's actually a push-push. I wanted to put that in here. I noticed the mic is probably blocking that, but when you press it, it goes up, and then you push it in. It's really cool. It's like a pen. I just wanted to do something different. But a push-pull on the lace, because it's basically just a piece of aluminum with 2 magnets in it. There's no coil. And I think it's like a mini transformer on the backside. I think that's right. Don't believe me off that. But when you do a coil split, it kind of just cuts the power in half. And that's what people assume what happens on a coil split. But really, on a coil split, it'll split the coils of a humbucker and you only get one. Or on a coil tap, it'll cut off to a point where the pickup is only wound halfway up or something like that. So they all vary and they all create different tones. This is really like, I don't know, it's kind of like a mid-scoop, a little, kind of sounds like it cuts the output a little bit. It's hard to describe. It's very hard to describe. And sometimes I go back and forth between which one sounds better to me. But again, like I said on the silver guitar, it's better to me to hear your own difference than to have somebody tell you what it's supposed to do. I don't know. Something introspective, I think. I like it. But also went with an Evertune bridge here. I don't know what more to say about them. It's just like rock solid. You set it up, get it how you want it, and then never worry about it again. I will say one thing I've noticed on this guitar. Sometimes it seems like they go out of zone. Maybe I didn't set it up right, but I'm going to speak in Evertune speak here for a minute, but you put it in zone 2 and you set it up to be at the edge of zone 2, so when it's in tune you can bend out of zone 2 into zone 3 where the pitch can move freely. And this guitar falls, like, I'll have it on the edge of zone 2 and I pick it up and play it and then realize that like the tension is dropped a little bit and I'm deeper into zone 2 and my bends aren't happening. But I will equate that to it being new and still getting under tension. I still really like it. And it happens less frequently. Like it did the first week when it was done, it happened a few times and now it's kind of gone away. And I think part of that too is that I'm using Floyd Rose nut because I kind of have to right now with the neck, but I don't keep it clamped. Maybe I should. Maybe that's my fault. But anyway, yeah, super happy with the way this one came out. If you want to see more of it, check out my Instagram at @SlamSound. See ya.